to lift the restrictions after 7 p.m. and on weekends. They're still studying that question. They're going through details. We expressed to them the urgency, because we're talking about cash flow industry here. We're not a bank industry that can survive for a long time.
We weren't here expecting those restrictions to be lifted. We were here to have a discussion and to continue that, and the doors have not been closed. So I think that it's not a disappointment at all. It's actually very positive that discussions continue, and that's what we want to do.
King Street business owners emerged happy from a 2.5-hour meeting with Mayor John Tory this afternoon. The meeting was scheduled to address concerns over the King Street pilot project and its negative impact on businesses. Some reporting as high as a 52% drop in business since the city began prioritizing streetcars over vehicles in November. The Ontario Restaurant, Hotel and Motel Association had been asking for the city to lift some restrictions, allowing cars to use King between Jarvis and Bathurst after 7 p.m. on weekdays and all day on weekends. Well, that didn't happen today, but the city offered up something else.
I'm not sure if we've ever done this in the city. 2 hours of free parking, unlimited, down in the area around King Street. We announced that today. We think that will help. We also announced today that in addition to the 2 hours of free parking, that we've been able on side streets around King to add 90 new parking spots, that we're looking at an additional 175 spots. Once all those come online, that will be more parking on the King area than before the pilot. That's been well received.
Well, this battle had some remembering old times at City Hall. You might remember them. Accusations on the war against the car or downtown versus suburban. Well, some of that was certainly present today with some councillor split on the success of this pilot project so far.
We are killing business on that corridor. The king of congestion, our mayor, is killing the business along King Street and pretending like he's doing something to help them.
It's a great move, actually, and I think the restaurants and other businesses along King should be pleased with that, and we'll see if it produces, appreciable results for their sales.
The kerfuffle on King Street, the thing should not have been done to begin with. We made a mistake. We should admit it and go back to where we were. That pilot project was a pipe dream, and it's still going to be a pipe dream.
Meanwhile, there's new data out today from the city on the first month of the pilot project. It shows that morning peak hour ridership increased by 25%. During the afternoon rush, the slowest streetcar travel time sped up by 4 minutes. And the city says there's been a 33% improvement in the reliability of streetcar arrival times. And as for motorists, the city says traffic on nearby streets has been only marginally affected. And political science professor Nelson Wiseman is predicting any fallout over this pilot will also be marginal for the mayor.
Tory is going to get re-elected easily. Ford isn't even going to get the votes he got last time, which was, I think, about 34%. If anything, this is going to contribute to Tory's popularity, at least among the people on those streetcars. What you have here is thousands of more people on the streetcars, and you have a couple of dozen business owners complaining.
As for businesses' original request to lift some of those restrictions, allowing cars to use King Street, say, on 7 p.m. on weeknights and all day on weekends, I'm being told that an early report has come back from city staff, and that's revealed that so far it looks like that is not a feasible idea because it would, too, negatively impact the timing of streetcars for commuters.